So now Tommy's making the walk. He's got a smile on his face. So this is a big moment. I'm not sure how many people are in this arena, but they're saying or the stadium, it's the biggest crowd they've had. I'm going to put my headphones in and listen to it, and then I'll give you commentary as well. But Tommy Fury, 23 years old, walking out like this, that's tough. All the pressure from his family, the pressure from his father, the fact that if he loses, he gets no money. I mean, he had a guaranteed $7 million purse. That's a lot of money. That's life-changing money. And for a boxer that is 8-0, I believe, to be getting $7 million is absolutely insane, and it's out of this world. But it just shows the star power of Jake Paul. I hate to say it, but it's true. That's gone if he loses this fight. That is gone. That adds pressure on an already ridiculously high pressure situation. Hey babe, turn this fan off. But my wife turned the fan on for some reason. Yeah, it adds so much. Turn fan. Hey babe! Don't know why she turned the fan on. Because it's clicking in the background. Rebecca! Turn this fan off, babe. I don't know why she turned it on. Why did you turn the fan on? Oh, you must have done by accident. It just came on. Anyway. Right, now Jake Paul's walking out. The problem... Oh, no, it's Tommy still. It's Tommy. These are long walks. What is this? The boys are back in town. Oh, well, good walkout song. Look at the production. I will say there's a crazy production on this event. And he's smiling. That's a good sign. Now, is it a fake smile? Is it a fake smile? We don't know. Sometimes you do that. Sometimes you smile to say, this is fine. This is the walk in the park. He's got his brother behind him. He's got Tyson Fury there. He's got John Fury. No man alive can corner him better than John. Tyson's walking out in... he's always got some colourful clothes on, Tyson Fury, give him his due. He's a character in and out of the ring. Jimmy White, what is my next professional endeavour beyond what I do now? Filming a movie in France. End of April should be. So excited for that one. There's Tommy saluting the crowd right now. Finally, we got to the main event. What time is it? 2:15. This was supposed to go down at 1:45. So it's a little bit slower. And to all you 16,500 people on the stream, I thank you for being here. I'm going to give some good analysis, some commentary for you for being here and giving up your time on a Sunday. I mean, listen, people, you don't know what it's like to make a walk in front of that many people, 20, 30,000 people, and you've got to fight. And then around the world, the entire fight is watching. To walk out into that environment, into a sport like boxing or mixed martial arts, where the only point is to knock out your opponent, to embarrass them, to put them to sleep, to do physical damage, to beat you up in a fight where you signed a contract and you talked a ton of shit at the press conferences, that all impacts the pressure that you feel. And when you're backstage, you're warming up, maybe you don't feel good, maybe you're a little sluggish, maybe you're hitting the pads and your heart rate's getting higher than what it normally does, and you're like, oh my God, am I not in shape? Why is my heart beating so fast? It's the pressure, it's the nerves, it's the adrenaline. You know, and the adrenaline, you might start second guessing yourself. And that's the one thing about fighting that I do miss. I miss the competition, I miss the money, obviously. But that feeling, there's no better feeling in the world, walking out of that curtain to the crowd and they all go crazy and they're cheering your name, and boo or cheer, it's all energy. It's all energy, and it's giving me goosebumps just thinking about it right now. Yeah, it's over 2 years in the making, this fight. Remember, this is the third time they've matched this fight up. Oh dear. I shouldn't be this excited. I think it's just giving you guys the talk of my emotions about going into a fight. It's got me all revved up for this one now. Let's have a look at some of these chats. Bisping, you're a straight gangster. Where you fought and did it with one eye. Cheers, Adam. What's your next professional endeavour? Did that one. Joe St. Pierre, the greatest. Sir Teabag. Talking to teabags, we got one walking out right now. And for all you people that are on the stream, those 16,000 of you, this is a smaller ring. A smaller ring. Key points to mention. Smaller ring, 18 foot by 18 foot as opposed to 20 foot by 20 foot. Let's have a look on the calculator. What difference does that make? So 18 times 18 equals 324 square feet. 20 times 20. No, 10 is 200, 400. It's about 80 square foot less. Tommy Fury has a much longer reach with the smaller ring, just like the Apex. The smaller ring, just like the smaller octagon, gives you less room to maneuver, less room to use that reach advantage. So that's a little bit sly of Jake there. And of course, he's got, on behalf of his father, he got Tommy to accept the deal, all or nothing. If he wins, he gets Jake's purse. If he loses, he gets nothing. But Jake wins anyway because he's the co-promoter of this event. So he isn't feeling that pressure. And he's already got life-changing money anyway. So Tommy's just got further pressure on him. But now Jake Paul's making the walk, the problem child on the chest. Not smiling like Tommy. And again, I'm not sure if from Tommy Fury, when he was walking out and he was smiling, was that pure smiling? Was it pure excitement, pure joy? Or was he masquerading to the crowd to say, hey, look, I'm good? Because for Jake, he's walking out and he's all business. He's got a very, very serious look on his face. And rightly so. You know, people die in a boxing ring. The reality is that on average about, I think it's something like 7 to 12 boxers around the world die. This is not a laughing matter. It's not a joke. You know, and now here he is walking down that corridor with the green lights. I'll say it again, the production on this is next level. They've spent a lot of money on this. Crowd going mental there. I wonder how it feels for Jake because he's the centre of attention wherever he goes. He's got the money. He's got all the rest of it. But one thing I do respect, and I say the same thing all the time, it's about Conor McGregor. Conor's loaded. He's got loads of cash, but he's still choosing to fight because he wants that power. He wants that reputation. He wants to be known as a man to be feared. He wants to be known as one of the greatest box fighting men alive. You know, and to get that, you have to step in the ring. And for Jake Paul, he hasn't got that yet. He hasn't got that. Not from the fighting community at large. From his YouTube channel people, from children, they'll think Jake Paul's a badass. The boxing community, the fighting community does not give that credit or that respect to Jake Paul yet. And I'm not saying that to be a hater. I'm saying that because he's yet to fight a real fight. Somebody in their prime. You don't build a career fighting has-beens. Okay, you don't. Now he's fighting a real guy. Now he's fighting someone in his prime. Somebody his size. The first time. Will that mess with him mentally? You never know. Will that create extra nerves and anxiety, which will affect his performance? We don't know. But right now he's walking out, he's dancing. Not a fan of the dance moves, let's be honest. I was never a dancer walking out. I was more of a point at the camera and talk crap type of guy. But these moments, you've got to enjoy them. You've got to savor these moments, you know, because when it's all said and done, these are the things you remember. These are the moments that you remember. I think that's Evander Holyfield in the crowd as well. It's a who's who of boxing right now. Yeah, as I say, when you're walking out, you know, these kind of environments, it's something else. The adrenaline spiking, all the rest of it. And then when you step in the ring, like he's doing right now. Oh, look at this. Tommy's in his face. That ring looks small. I said it before, 18 by 18. They've used that in a lot of boxing fights, but that looks small to me. In the Apex, they use a smaller octagon because it's a smaller place. In some of the smaller venues in general, in the UFC, they use a smaller octagon. That favours the grappler, the wrestler, because it's easy to get hold of them. When it's the full-size octagon, they're massive. And if you're a striker that dances around and uses a lot of footwork, it's hard to get a hold of them. For Tommy Fury, look. Oh, it says that he's got a 74-inch reach there. On Wikipedia, it says 80-inch reach. Let's just have a look, see. Let's just double check, see. Yeah, look. It says there, 80-inch reach. And Jake Paul's got a 76-inch reach. Huh, interesting. Which one do we believe? I mean, I'm assuming that they've bloody measured his reach. But anyway, here we go. The moment is almost upon us. Michael Buffer's going to take his time here, so I'll do a few questions. We'll look at the chat quickly. UFC needs to get back in the arenas. Cole Carter says, you're blessed. That's why 20 other streams have more people watching their channel than yours. You're biased, he says. 20 other people? Well, maybe, mate, but I'm very happy that I've got 17,000 people, Cole, so stick that in your pipe and smoke it. You want Tommy to win, but your mind says Jake. Who do we think? What's this here? Final pick, guys. Tommy Fury. 64% of you have Tommy Fury. 36% Jake Paul. Oh, God. All right, my final prediction, just because I'm putting it out there into the atmosphere and I'm trying to will it into existence, I've got to back the Brit. I've got to back my fellow countryman, Tommy Fury. And he's done it. You know, listen, he's got the shine from his older brother, of course. But he's born into a boxing family. They are a fighting family. Jake Paul, maybe you can respect it more because he was a Disney kid, for crying out loud, and a YouTuber. Even though they're all doing that these days. KSI's at it. Now they're playing the old Star Spangled Banner. There's Logan Paul. Logan Paul just recently did a podcast and said that he would knock me out as well. And I'm not trying to sound tough, but that did make me laugh. Because he's not as big as he looks on TV. Like Conor McGregor, when there's no context, he looks massive. And he is bigger these days because he's on Paulo Costa's secret sauce. But when you see him in real life, you'd be surprised. Like, he's a smaller guy. That's why he fought at featherweight. Logan Paul on TV looks kind of big. I saw him in Australia. He was sat right there. My God, the man's tiny. And not because he was sitting down. He's a skinny, scrawny little dude. I would snap his head off like a little bird. Like a little bird with one wing. I'd just go snap his head off. It's hilarious. But go on, Logan. Let's go, Jake. That's not what they say at the UFC. When he came to a UFC in Miami, I think it was, Kamaru Usman versus Masvidal 2, he was in the crowd. Oh, F Jake Paul. F Jake Paul. All right, so they're playing the national anthem. Are they going to play the British national anthem? God Save the Queen, or God Save the King, should I say these days? I bloody hope so. We're going to end that poll. What have we got here? Anthony on TV says, Jake Paul past fights were probably rigged. The Tyron Woodley one, 100% were. I disagree. But I have a feeling that this is the first real fight and it's about to show. And put a poll up. How many people think that those fights were rigged? How many people think the Tyron Woodley fight was rigged? Because I don't buy that for 1 second. I'm sorry. And maybe I'm a skeptic. Maybe I believe in the honor of fighting too much. But I really don't believe that anybody out there is fixing fights and throwing fights. And this fight, apparently there's a script. Nobody's sending scripts. Nobody's writing scripts and then emailing them. Nobody's developing a secret script for this fight and letting Mike Perry get his hands on it. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of smart people involved in this fight. Look at the scale of this fight. Look at where it is. Look at the money involved. Look at the hype. Look at bloody 20,000 people on my stream watching it alone. This is a big event with a monumentous amount of money gone into promoting this. So they're not writing a script and letting it get hacked and getting into the hands of Mike Perry. I'm sorry. And if they have, that is the most hilarious blunder I've ever heard of in my life. Again, 19,000, almost 20,000 people. Let's see if we get to 20,000 before the fight starts. That would be amazing. Thank you to you all. Appreciate it, guys. If you haven't all subscribed, make sure you do that. But yeah, on the rigged fight, 62%, not me. Yeah, nobody's buying that. No one's expecting it to be rigged. Nobody thinks that. Jake won those fights fair and square. But this is a different kettle of fish. A man in his prime. See, the thing is about when you're in your prime and when you're young. When you're young like this. All right. Let me start again. Anderson Silva, Tyron Woodley, These people have been there, done it, got the t-shirt, they've made their money. The hunger was there to change their lives, to get out of the poor conditions, whatever it was, you know, to shake off the card, the hand that they've been dealt in life. They had to fight to change that scenario, that reality. But by the time Jake Paul fought them, they're all sleeping in silk sheets. They're all multimillionaires. They're all doing very bloody well. And now my bloody stream is frozen up, you son of a bitch. Hold on, let's see if I refresh it. Will it start? Hey, Beck! Rebecca! Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Hey, babe! Come here a sec. Just have a do on this, just the stream right before it's about to start. Can you just fiddle with this while I just talk to the people and do some chats? Jeez Louise, as it's right about to start, whatever you did to get it on. And it's not an illegal stream. No, but anyway, I was saying that, just go into it again, I reckon. Yeah, but by the time Jake fought them, they'd already made their mark on combat sports. They were already, you know, respected worldwide combat sports athletes, you know. Tommy Fury hasn't got that yet. Tommy Fury's in his prime. Tommy Fury wants, and here we go, the fight is under bloody way. All right. Round one is upon us. There's no sound though, babe. Oh, yeah, here we go. All right, so the fight's underway. They've clinched early. Let's take a look. All right. You see the range, the length of the arms on Tommy. I'm surprised to see that Jake's got the longer. Nice head movement from Jake Paul there, but they clinch again straight away. With it being Jake's promotion, you've got to be dubious if it goes to a decision as well. Nice use of the jab again from Tommy, but every time they close the distance, they're clinching up. Little right hook from Jake in the clinch. Nothing significant landed yet. I missed the first 20 seconds though. Can you believe that? The bloody stream goes down right as the main event starts. Bloody typical, innit? Yeah, so Jake's just clinching. A couple of jabs land from Tommy there. Tommy's looking good and sharp, and he is sharp. I mean, look at the guy. Look at the physique. You can see he's a talented athlete. There's that right hand, that winging overhand right from Jake Paul. That's his favourite shot. That's the one he knocks everybody out with. But he's setting that stall out a little bit early. Headlock, they clinch again. A lot of clinching here. A lot of clinching. Chance of Tommy in the crowd. A pro Tommy Fury crowd so far. That could just be a bunch of Fury fans. There's a nice combo by Tommy. A nice 1-2 and a little left hook in the clinch. And again, 1-2. Tommy's having fun here. It's early doors. But Tommy's looking sharper. And again, Jake is just clinching every single time. Jake's clinching. He doesn't want to fight at range. He does not want to fight at range with Tommy Fury. Tommy's looking like the better boxer here. Oh, there's the overhand right, though, of Jake. Almost got through. I mean, they're clinching every 5 seconds. Every 5 seconds. 24,000 people on the stream. Shout out every single one of you. We've got new members. We've got exclusive content member. Kimberly Sellers, welcome to the club. If you haven't subscribed and rang the bell, what are you doing with your life? Tommy's looking good here. And the look on the face of Jake Paul is a little concerning. Granted, round one, early doors. But Tommy's come to fight. 1-2. Didn't connect. Nice long jab from Tommy. Well, the commentator's saying, who's the boxer, who's the YouTuber? You know, I mean, the reality at this point, they're both boxers. Jake's undefeated. Tommy's undefeated, but Tommy's looking better. Tommy's got snap. Tommy's fighting like a boxer. Tommy's throwing that jab out there. He's taunting him. He's got his hands low now. He's confident. He's moving the head. He's ducking and diving, jicking and jiving. But he's got to be careful. Jake has power. One shot can turn the lights out. There's a solid jab again. Solid jab again. Oh, good combination from Tommy to end the round. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lands with a left hook, goes to the body, and that's the end of round one. And I'm telling you right now, open scoring, I don't care what they say. That was a round for Tommy Fury all day, every day. 23,000 people on the stream. Shout out all of you. So I'm going to keep a score. If they don't give that round to Tommy Fury, it's nonsense. It is bullshit. So 1, Tommy. There's the, 1-2, left hook, got through right at the end of the round, followed it up with a jab. Clean shots. So far, Jake hasn't landed anything flush. He's landed it was a flush shot as well that Tommy landed. Oh, and a right hook got through on the jaw. Flush again. Oh, Jakey Bakey. He's about to get baked. He's about to get baked. He's going to get put in an oven, put to gas mark 20 and baked. Oh, Tommy looking good. Let's go, Tommy. Oh, God, I'm enjoying that far too much. Far too much. All right. Okay. Snappy jab again from Tommy Fury. Jake's out of range. Jake's out of range. Guess what? When you're not 20 years younger, when you're not 25 years younger than your opponent, you're not as fast. I mean, when you're 25 years younger, you are faster. You are reflexed. You have got the athletic advantage, and this is an athletic endeavor. Make no mistake. That is why fighters retire when they get older. Now he's fighting someone in his prime, and he's having a problem. Jake's out of range. Jake can't come close. Tommy's dancing around using all the ring. Picks him off with a jab there. Solid connection again. And then he moves. Tommy's fighting at range. Using the God-given talents that he's got. Using that reach and that range. And the speed and the jab. He just connected again. Jake is swinging like an amateur at range. Landed a left hook there. That was a nice counter for Jake. Well, I'll put that there so when I look at it, I'm looking more like I'm looking at you, looking into your eyes. What do we think? Put a poll up, Ant. Who won round 1? Who's winning so far? Put a poll up. Tommy's having fun. Tommy Fury's having fun. The exchange jabs there. Remember, Tommy gets double the purse if he wins this. We've got a new member, shout out, whoever that is. LD XXX, welcome, contender, conceive, believe, achieve. That is what Tommy's doing right now. He's conceiving, he's believing, and he's goddamn well achieving. Jake's having a better round this round though, and it's mainly because Tommy's stepped off the gas a little bit. He's not exactly snappy jab again. The jab is the key weapon for him. Yeah, that's what he's got to do. Oh, 1-2 left hook for Tommy. Jake's struggling with the range. He got clipped on a left hook there. There's that right hand, but he got countered by a right from Tommy. Nice jab for Jake Paul. The reality here, what we're seeing is the strategy of Jake Paul isn't working right now. He's trying to catch him with just winging shots. He's trying to get that one-hitter quitter. He's trying to knock him to the shadow realm, trying to do a Tyrone Woodley, a Ben Askren. Problem is, sadly, this is not Ben Askren. That's a sharp jab that Tommy just landed. Crisp, fast, precise, and powerful. And then he goes back to the range. Jake's trying to come to the body and then wing over the top. Jab to the body, bring the hands down low, and then come over the top with the right hook. And there he's just winging that right hook. As I say, he's trying to go for the home run, the knockout shot, trying to face plant Tommy. Good left hook though, good counter left hook for Jake as Tommy came in. It's a competitive fight, that's for sure. Round 1 was clear for Tommy. Round 2, I don't know. I think I'd give it to Tommy. I'm not sure though. Jake winning 100%. Prediction from this point on. Yeah, what do you think? Give me your predictions right now. Mike Perry was the official backup fighter. That's how he got the contract. Yeah, I know he was the backup fighter. But just because you're the backup fighter doesn't mean you will then get the script. Let's have a look at the replay. Nice sticking jab again. And the jab again. The jab's the key to the door for everything. What's this quick chat here? Boxing only. Does Fedor beat either of these two wild kids? Fedor probably would. Fedor face-planted Quinton Rampage Jackson in Rampage's last fight. And Rampage has got one hell of a chin. So there's a lot of people. Wonder how many pay-per-view sales. Yeah, I'm not sure, mate. I think this will have a lot of pay-per-view sales, to be honest. There's a lot of hype generated. All right, so Jake's swinging at fresh air. And what is this, 6 rounds? 8 rounds. 8 rounds. Good job by Jake. Nice head movement from Tommy. He's out of range, though. You need the head movement in the pocket, in range. No point dancing around on the outside, unless you're fainting, of course. A lot of you people think that Tommy's going to take it on points. 42% of you. Thanks, Ant. And that. I mean, this is it's very competitive. Very competitive. Mike would start Logan. Yeah, I would. I would start Logan Paul. Jay looks terrible. I wouldn't say he looks terrible, but he doesn't look all that. I'm watching it on ESPN, Lachlan. Good left hook, though, for Jake Paul there. He doesn't look terrible, but he doesn't look... See, the thing is, when you're fighting a skilled boxer, someone your size, and someone that has the speed. See, speed's everything. And when he's fighting guys like Tyrone, with respect, guys like Anderson Silva, almost 50 years old, when you have a massive speed advantage, it's really easy to look good. You can pimp them. You can get in and out. You can dictate. You can make them miss. You can make them pay. You can just have fun in there. When you are fast, when you're fast and your reflexes are on point, you can have fun out there. But when that's diminished because you're fighting someone else just as fast or faster, that's when it changes. That's when it's like, oh shit, what am I doing? I'm in over my head. This is not going to work out. A feint there of a big right from Tommy. Feints are key, remember. Feints are absolutely key. Tommy moving well, Tommy feinting well. Jake swinging at fresh air. It was a nice combination he threw though, but Tommy wasn't there to be hit. Jake's throwing that left-hand counter. Keep an eye. If you're watching this along, keep an eye out for that left-hand counter of Jake Paul. He's throwing a lot of steam on it, a lot of power. But he hasn't found the mark yet. Jake connected there as he came in. It's a close round. Round 3 is a really close round. Some people in the chat saying Tommy's starting to fade. Jake more of a dog. It might outlast him. Well, as I said before, it'll come down to who's in the better shape cardio-wise. You know, because cardio's everything. Cardio's everything. When you're matched like this, because they are, you know, pretty equally matched in size and strength and speed, whoever's in the better shape will start to take over as the fight progresses. We're still early. We haven't even got to round 4, which is the halfway mark. Good uppercut by Tommy there. Good uppercut. They're clinching again. A lot of clinching here. 53% of you have Tommy up 3-0. We got a new member, Tinker. You are a conceiver. You are a believer. Well, maybe you're not. You're a conceiver. Good for you, mate. Welcome to the club. And welcome to all 23,000 of you here. Here's Logan Paul. Logan said, Jake, I love you. I'm not going to give you a speech. And that's right, it's his brother. Of course he loves him. I'm not going to give you a big speech. He just says, if you can hear me, you a bitch. And the whole Fury family are bitches. I tell you, this Logan Paul and Jake Paul, they like to talk a lot, don't they? I mean, the first time, and he's fighting an amateur boxer here. You know, Tommy Fury's 6-0. Logan Paul just goes, the entire Fury family are all bitches. All right, call it hype, call it whatever you want, call it disrespectful, call it you catch up with them in a dark alley, you're going to get your head face smashed, your face smashed in. You would not say that to the faces. John Fury would absolutely have a field day. Absolute field day with those guys. He would. Logan and Jake, when they just going to piss off? Come on, Tommy, let's go. Let's just come out with it. Let's go, Tommy. Let's go. Oh, 1-2 left hook. Tommy's on fire, coming out hard. Oh, sick combination by Tommy. 4 hooks in a row. Jake kind of covered up a bit. You still feel the impact. It still rocks the brain. Still wobbles your insides. We got a super chat. Derek Brown. Tommy knocks out Jake in the 6th. Hey, it's possible, Derek. Derek. Fucking Derek. Yeah, the commentator saying that Jake Paul is telegraphing his shots, and he kind of is, but he's kind of becoming predictable as well. Speed advantage is for sure on the side of Tommy. The better boxing skill appears to be on the side. Oh, Jake just got wobbled. It was a little right hook on the inside from Tommy, and Tommy's on the attack. It's a 1-2, and he catches Jake Paul again. Wow. Big combination for Tommy Fury. Jake took it well, though. He's still on his feet. He's eating some more shots. Tommy senses it. He smells the finish. Jake is looking. The look in the eye has changed. Tommy Fury's having a big round. We've still got 90 seconds left. Tommy's starting to find the mark with higher frequency. Good jab. Jake swings at fresh air. Tommy pimping. Jab, steps out the way. Makes him miss. Makes him pay. Jake Paul trying to walk him down. Trying to get him in the corner. Comes in. Tommy steps out the way. Avoids him. Boom, right hand. Now they clinch. A lot of clinching in this fight. Jake's having a tough time, I'm not going to lie. Minute, a snappy jab again from Tommy. Another jab, a right hand. Jake stopped progressing as aggressively, stopped jumping in quite as much because he's being made to pay. So you're not going to be quite as willing to come forward. Jake comes forward, lands a little glancing left hook there. Good shot. Credit where credit's due. Wild swinging overhand right from Jake Paul. Looking for that home run again. But that's his best shot. That's his power shot. That's why we're talking about him right now. That ability to knock people's lights out, to put them to sleep, to turn it off, to end the discussion, to end the fight. That right hand of his is by far his money shot. And hey, he could land it. He could knock him out. Tommy Fury's only human. This is a good round for Tommy Fury, though. It's a good round. 24,000 people on the stream. Shout out all of you. End of round 4 coming up. Ooh, back of the head. Oh, come on. You turned and gave him the back of the head, though. Jake kind of moved and he got caught on the back of the head. You can't blame Tommy for that. I don't know. It could be 4-0 to Tommy or 3-1, but Tommy's definitely winning. Loved watching your fight. Glad to listen to me call this fight. Well, thank you, OG Sean White. I hope you're well, buddy. I hope you're having a nice day. Box office stopped working. Actually gutted here for the watch along with Mikey. Thank you, Sergeant Bambi. We've got a poll up here. How do we have it after 4 rounds? Tommy winning 100% of you. Now it's 68%. Now it's 60. Now it's 54. It's a wild poll. It's a swing. Now it's 53% of Tommy winning. Oh no, Tommy walking away with 46, Tommy winning 39%. You've all got Tommy winning for the most part. It's competitive 5%. Jake needs a KO 11%. Tommy's winning. Tommy's winning. There's no doubt about it. The look in his eyes, that of concern. The look in the eyes, that one of, I've got to back up all this shit, but I'm going to be made to look a fool. And this experiment, this walk, this venture into boxing, being a badass, being someone he's not, is going to come to a crashing end if he doesn't get that knockout. Now, maybe the conditioning pays off. Maybe he turns the corner, turns the tide. Maybe he starts to take over and establish some dominance. But that is what he needs to do. Because if it continues like this, he's going to lose this fight. And if he loses this fight to Tommy Fury, a guy that he ridiculed and said that doesn't belong in a ring with him, a guy that is not a very good boxer, essentially, then this is over. The Jake Paul experiment is over. And there's a lot of money riding here. Round 5. It's competitive though still. I've got Tommy ahead, but Jake's still fighting. He's still there. And he doesn't look to have slowed down either. So both men in great shape. Give him credit for that. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, crushing right hand from Jake landed there. Tommy came in with the jab. Jake over the top with the right. Oh. The overhand right, of course, Jake's looking for it over and over and over again. He did find the mark a minute ago, though. You know, Tommy's got to be careful. He's got to have the guard up high. You know, he's showboating a little bit. The hands are somewhat low. Jake Paul has had a point deducted. Jake Paul, back of the head. Hold on. He deducted a point from Jake Paul. That's insane. That's insane. He must have said for a back of the head, oh, Jake just landed a big left hook. The head snapped the head back of Tommy. Oh, and Jake's coming in furiously with an overhand right there, and they clinch against the fence. I mean, Jake had a point deducted, so now he knows he needs a knockout. He has to get a knockout. Little combo from Tommy. Tommy's starting to look a little tired. That one was a little sloppy. So it's a good pace fight, to be fair. Jake just landed a good jab. Slightly better round for Tommy here. For Jake. They're both getting tired though. The pace is slowing. The style of the boxing, the crispness, it's all starting to look a little sloppy now. But that happens as they get tired. Jake keeps clinching. Every time they come close, Jake's clinching. Is Tommy getting tired? That's the poll that we got up right now. Right hand for Tommy, partially blocked. 26,000 of you people watching along here. Thank you all for being here and spending your Sunday with me. I appreciate it. Lots of clinching again. Tommy's got a chin. He's taken a few of the shots from Jake. This is a better round for Jake, I think. I think I'd be inclined to give Jake this round. Even though he lost a point. So he can't win the round. He can't win the round. Let's have a look. We've got some chats coming in real quick. Cheers, Alex H. Shout out to you. Edmund Tarvarian, Ron the Canal Box, most male fighters. The funniest statement ever. Would beat Mike Tyson. Paul dodge a bullet. Fighting Fury instead of Canelo. Canelo would destroy this man. Can we just stop with this nonsense now? Canelo would destroy this man. Box office stopped working. Yeah, Sergeant Bambi. That's a pain in the ass. Is Tommy getting tired? 67% of you say yes. Tyson Fury looking a little concerned. Of course he is, though. It's never fun. Oh, now he's just gesturing to the crowd and he's smiling and he's having fun. Anytime you see a loved one in the ring, you know, it's always concerning. Nathan Cox, yes, bro. We got a lot of stuff here. Does Jake need a KO to win? That's the poll. Shout out to Evan Limbario. Evan, that's very kind of you. That's very, very kind. Thank you. What else we got here? The worst. Anyway, back to the fight. We'll do the super chats after. Thank you. Keep them coming. Ooh, nice clinch work from Tommy. The clinching. Jake Paul's clinching a lot. He's coming in. He's off balance. He's falling into the clinch. They've had 60 seconds, not a long time, but 60 seconds. If you're in shape, you can definitely recover your steam, your cardio, your power. You can lower the heart rate. But now they're right back into it. 1-2 for Tommy, lands again. Oh, uppercut for Tommy as he came in. Nice shot. Timed it well, saw it, read the situation well. Tommy's growing in confidence. You can see the body language. Ryan Fairman, thank you, brother. This is a good fight. I got to say, it's a good fight. It is. It's a good contest. I'm enjoying it. I think people are getting what they pay for. Head movement from Tommy on the outside. Jake trying to find the opening. Leaping left up from Tommy. Glances, not flush, but kind of glances the top of the head. Tommy slips the jab. Jake clinches again. Alex H, cheers to you too, brother. Lots of... Oh, 1-2. Tommy landing with some steam there. Commentator saying that the left eye of Jake Paul is swelling. It's not bleeding yet, but it's definitely showing visible signs of damage. They're in a boxing match. Some beautiful headwork movement right there from Tommy. Slipped a couple of shots from Jake. Jake's looking tired. But Jake's pushing. Jake's being the aggressor. He's the one going forward. And Tommy's trying to pick him off. Tommy's trying to be the boxer, you know, to fight at range, to use that range, that reach advantage that he has, I believe. According to Wikipedia, he has. Not according to the tail of the tape, though. A good jab again. 1-2 from Tommy lands. Jake's dropping his head a lot. When Jake's coming in, the head's going down. So Tommy actually punched down on that one. You got to keep that head up. You got to keep the chin down and the head up. You got to look at your opponent. I think Tommy just lost a point. This ref's mental. He took a point off Tommy and a point off Jake. What are they doing? I mean, the ref's taking points left, right, and centre. He took a point there. I mean, he is a madman. And he just said again to Jake Paul, watch the back of the head. There's been no warnings, just points. You get the warning in the back, I guess, though. The referee comes to your locker room. He might have said, hey, listen, I'm not... Oh, Tommy coming on. Last 10 seconds of the fight, of the round, sorry. Tommy coming on with a furious combination. So, interesting developments there. Point taken from either man, from both men, sorry. That's insane, though. I don't quite get that. Knorr 74. Thank you very much. All right, how many people have we got on the stream? 27,000 of you. Thank you all for being here. This is a good fight. It is. It is. And this is what you expect to see between two guys that are undefeated, that are confident, that believe in themselves, that find themselves in a high-pressure situation. Again, smaller ring, that benefits Jake. All or nothing money, that benefits Jake. It does. You know, Tommy's under a lot of pressure. You know, Jake just has to double Tommy's purse. Jake still gets his 25 million. Still gets his 25 million. Still gets his cut of the promotion. Tommy leaves with nothing or 14 million. Life-changing money, though. My God. A check for $14 million, that's amazing. His 8th boxing fight, 9th boxing fight. 6th, 7th. Oh, my God. No man alive can count like Bisping. Ooh, there's a good combo from Tommy. This is round 7, the penultimate round. Enjoying this fight. Enjoying it for what it is. Yes, 100%. Oh, it's 50%. I mean, it is what it is. It's not exactly Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, right? It's not that level. But for the spectacle, for the moment, for the occasion, what it is, it's a fun fight. There's been good hype. Tommy lands a jab. Jake swings at fresh air. Jake's definitely landing, though. He's getting some licks in. Ooh, right hand, left hook landed there for Tommy. Flush on the forehead, though. Jake coming on, double jab, right hand misses. Tommy pivots, 1-2 left hook. Oh, Jake's letting it go now, rips to the body. A couple of punches in the clinch from either man, from both men. Adam McDonald, shout out to you in Canada. Low right hand in the clinch from Tommy as well. It's close. Tommy was definitely ahead for the first few rounds. Jake's closed the gap, closed the distance. But that said, I still think Tommy's landing the cleaner shots. Oh, right hand misses, but a left hook landed again for Tommy. You know, this is, it's interesting. It's exciting. Ginger Al. Boom, boom. Oh, Tommy coming on, landing a few shots there. Tommy Fury just landed 3 right hands in a row. They found the mark. They did some damage. You know, this is, it's a good showing for Tommy. Jake's definitely showing toughness. He's showing a willingness to engage. He's definitely a fighter. Definitely a fighter, you know what I mean? He ain't no pussy, that's for sure. Can't say that. But he's put himself in a really tough position with all the game that he talks. Good jab from Tommy. Good left hook from Tommy again. Jake's still advancing. Misses, though. He's advancing a lot, but he's missing the mark with a lot of his shots. New members in the house. Charlie Thorngren. Big up yourself. 1-2 defended by Jay, but still, again, the thud, the impact is still felt. It still rocks the equilibrium of the brain. It's like when you block a head kick in MMA. You block it, but it still wobbles you. You still bloody feel it. Solid jab from Tommy. Tommy pimping. Tommy got the hands low. Tommy still got energy. Jake's not advancing quite as much. And right at the end of the round, Tommy lands again. They clinch. Referee separates them. And there's a nice jab. Wow. All right. So there's a cut on the left eye. Is that Tommy or Jake? I can't see someone. Oh, it looks like Tommy. Might have been a punch. Might have been a clash of heads. Who knows? Shout out Hector Rodriguez. You're a new member. Big up. Now let's see what we're saying in the chat down there. Jake ballsed up 7 rounds. I mean, what do we think? Are you all watching along? What? No way. What are you spinning after this? I'm not spinning anything after this. I'm eating. I'm starving. I haven't had anything to eat yet. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, final round, guys. The final round. 28,000 of you watching live with me. Thank you. That is massively a new record. It's smashed it to pieces. So thank you all for being here. I haven't seen the open scoring though. Who will win? Could come down. Oh, big uppercut for Tommy. Doesn't land flush and a left hook. Tommy's coming on strong. Jake Paul swings at fresh air. Almost falls over. Tommy dropped. Dropped him with a jab as he came in. I think he was kind of off balance. The referee's counted 7, 8. Quick counts. That was a knockdown. It was a slip, but he caught him with a jab and he knocked him off balance. It was a knockdown, but he's fine. He wasn't hurt or dazed. He was complaining. Now Jake's angry. Tommy's angry. Tommy lands a jab. They clinch again. Jab for Tommy. Jake clinches. 2 minutes, 5 seconds left. 2 minutes, 5 seconds. Okay. So Jake's done himself proud. Tommy's coming on. Big swing. Big swing by Tommy. But they're just clinching every single bloody time. Ashley Reyes, thank you. Jab. Left hook attempt from Jake misses. 143 left. Right hand lands for Tommy. Knocks Jake back. Tommy being the aggressor here for sure. Definitely Tinker. Gypsy's fighting and money. Gotta love it. Snatched low. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Tommy coming forward. Double jab. Right hand. Partially blocked, but a lot of power in the shot. Right hand, left up. Right hand for Tommy. This is a big round for Tommy. Uppercut misses. And again, a furious combination against the fence. Wow. I tell you, Tommy's impressive when he lets it go. There's a jab for Jake. But then Tommy turns it straight away. Tommy's on him. Tommy's unleashing. Tommy's emptying the tank. Tommy's trying to get the finish with 55 seconds left. The end of the round. Jake comes in with a lazy jab. Tommy looks exhausted. He's wobbly on his feet. Right hands exchanged for both men. Tommy and Jake clinching again. They're both breathing heavy. It's the last 30 seconds. The last 30 seconds. Who wants to finish it with a bang? Who wants to empty the tank? Go home knowing that you gave everything. All right, here we go. 25 seconds. Right hand, left up misses. Jake looks exhausted. Tommy lands an uppercut. And a clinch again from Jake Paul. 15 seconds. Break it up, ref. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on. 10 seconds. 9, jab, misses. Tommy with a punch. A clinch from Jake Paul again. Come on. 5 seconds. Break it up, ref. Let's go. Hold on. The bell's going to go with a clinch. A god that ends in a clinch. Both men celebrating. Both men at the corner of the rings, hands in the air. If you ask me, Tommy Fury won that fight all day long. A point deducted from both men. Don't understand that at all. There was no warnings. Cat P, thank you. While we wait for the decision, I'll go through some of these super chats quickly from your friends at Restaurant Breakfast Burritos all day in LA. Breakfast Burritos all day in LA. Sounds delicious. I'm starving. I'm going to come by one day. All day. What do we think? Ant put a poll up. Let me close this poll. Oh shit, that was the poll. Put it back up. Who won that fight? Sergeant Bambi wasn't able to watch, but feel like I was ringside. Well, thank you, Sergeant Bambi. JW Cleveland, have a snack on me, brother. Thanks for the live coverage. Thank you. Tinker, Gypsy's fighting, did that one. We got members, we got people. We got 30,000 of you on the live stream. That is incredible. 30,000 people. Thank you all. I mean, that's wild. I'm just sitting here waffling into a microphone. So the fact you're doing that is amazing to me. Thank you. Lots of chats coming in. Tommy for sure. Rigged. Come to Sydney, will do, but let's keep it on track. Tommy won 100%. The chats are coming in so quick, it's hard to see, but I think Jake Paul didn't even fight. A lot of talk, a lot of chats, a lot of people. 30,000. All right, who won the fight? We've got a poll up. Let me know in the poll. Let me know in the poll. Jake's, let's have a look. This is interesting. On the replays here, Tommy misses. This is the final round, the big uppercut. Remember, both men had a point deducted. Jake Paul got a knockdown. That will create a 10-9 round for Jake Paul, unless Tommy won the round, which I think he did win the round, so that would be a 9-9. Oh. Tommy big. All right, so 85% of you in the poll so far have Tommy Fury winning. And I agree. I agree. This is going to be interesting. Let's just see. Let's see. Because, oh, God, we see it, don't we? Nonsense decisions. Judges stealing fighters. If you ask me, Tommy Fury won that fight all day long. Maybe I'm being biased because I'm British. Maybe I want Jake Paul to be put in his place. Maybe I wanted to just minimise the bloody Muhammad Ali talk. Or maybe I'm just seeing it for what it is, because I do see it for what it is. And I think if you judge that fight, I think Jake Paul should be proud of himself. I thought he did a good job. He showed that he's a fighter. He showed that he's able to go 8 rounds with a guy that's going to connect often. He landed some good shots. He caught him with a jab and put him down. But I think that he lost that fight. I think that's fair to say. I think Jake Paul went out there, showed himself against a proper boxer, a man in his prime, and came up short. I think he's going to lose the decision, but here we go. The scores are going to come in. 83% of you have it, Tommy winning. 10% say close. Here we go. Here we go. Scorecards. First judge, Mike Ross. 75-74 for Jake Paul. What? 76-73 for Fury, judge number 2. 76-73. It's got to be Tommy. Tommy Fury wins. Tommy Fury gets the job done. Jake Paul loses the undefeated record. Tommy Fury goes home with $14 million. The fighting family, John Fury, the Fury fighting family's name is intact. No man alive can beat a Fury guy. Wow. Crazy scenes in Saudi Arabia right now. The right decision came in. That first judge is out of his mind. Tommy Fury won that fight all day long, fair and square. He was the better man. He was the better boxer. He had better technique. He had crisper shots, more power on the impact. It was a better fight for Tommy Fury all day long. Jake Paul should be proud of himself. He did good. Oh, we got John Fury in the ring now. John Fury's in the ring chatting a bit of crap to Paul. Fury gets the belt. Fury's got the WBC belt around his waist. Man, it came, it saw, and it didn't disappoint. We saw Jake Paul, and I'm not celebrating that, but it's like the shit that he talks when he beats up buddy Anderson Silva and Ben Askren and talks about, listen, man, well done though. Well done to both men, but Tommy Fury extends his record, I believe, to 9-0. What was his record? Hold on, let's have a look. 9-0 now. It was a close fight, but I thought Jake, he was sloppier. He was struggling to find the mark. There were crisp, accurate shots from Tommy. Well, that's nice. Tommy saying nothing but love and respect, wishing him all the best. Jake Paul looks utterly defeated in the eyes, which of course he is literally and figuratively. And a lot of people are going to come out and talk a lot of shit. Listen, it took balls to do what he did, and I give him respect for that. Oh my God, this is with slow mode on. So proud of me. Thank you, Charles Almighty. Appreciate you, brother. Look at the size of Tyson Fury. He's in the ring now. The Fury family are going ballistic. From your friends at All Day LA, Burritos. Wow. That was... All right, I'm going to take that out now because it's distracting me listening to the commentary. Hey, listen, you got to give him his due. Give him his due. Jake Paul, you know, what will happen now? What will happen? Will he continue to box? Will he look for easier opposition? The talk of fighting people like Canelo or Carl Froch and people like that is hopefully going to end for a while. And that's why he comes under so much scrutiny and criticism, because he's just talking out of his realm. He's talking out of his ass. You know, let's be honest. Let's be honest, you know, and that rubs people the wrong way. But here's Tommy Fury about to speak to the announcer. Let's see what he says. Tommy's crying tears of joy, you know. Hey, there was a lot of pressure on the man. 23 years old. That's incredible what he did there. All that pressure and still get the win. He says, for the past 2.5 years, boxing has been my life. He had a broke rib. He was denied access to the States. Everyone thought he was running scared. He said, I am Tommy Fury. He's dedicating this fight to his new baby girl. Says he loves you and I can't wait to see you. Thank you, Tinker. Go eat it again, Mike. I will do, Tinker. I'm starving. Let's see what's said here now, because they're asking him about the knockdown. Tommy saying he had a dream and a vision that he'd win this fight. First main event, 23 years old, the world watching. So much pressure, and he did come through. He did come through. He did it in style, to be honest. He looked really good. He's saying it feels so sweet. It's his entire life. He says that it's his destiny and his fate. And good for him. Well done to Tommy Fury. I want to hear Jake Paul, though. I want to hear what he says. If Jake Paul comes out and says that he was robbed by the judges, then his stock falls even higher, in my opinion. If Jake comes out and says the right thing, handles himself with class, I'll give him all the respect in the world. If Jake comes out and says, you know what? Tommy was the better man tonight. I fought a hard fight. He was great. He was better than me. And he's the rightful winner. Then I'll give him so much respect. If he says, nah, that's bullshit, the judges robbed me, then that's weak. It's very weak. All right, now let's have a listen. They're going to talk to Jake, I think. They're saying that Tommy Fury was always in the shadow of his brother Tyson Fury, but not anymore. I mean, you'll always be in the shadow of that guy. You know, number one, the man's 6'9", but he's the greatest heavyweight boxer potentially we've ever seen. So Tommy's still got a long way to reach those kind of high, dizzying heights. However, he did fantastic tonight. All right, Jake Paul now. He's been spoken to by the announcer. He's been asked a question. The analyst just said, that just makes you an effing true fighter on ESPN. Oh, they're bigging him up so much. All respect to Tommy. Fair enough. He said, don't judge me by my wins. Judge me by my losses. I deserve a rematch. Says he doesn't agree with the judges. He's getting booed. The crowd are booing heavily. He said, I've already won in every single way. I've got a beautiful family, amazing friends, great work ethic. I've already won. You just got beat though, bro. You have won in life. Of course you have. You've smashed it out the park. But on this event, this endeavor, this occasion, this fight, you came up short and you lost. And he's saying he doesn't agree with the scorecards. Right. Well, I mean, 3:15. We've been going for a while. And you guys are dipping off now. We've only got 21,000 of you. Only 21,000. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's have a look at the poll. Are you still interested in Jake Paul's boxing? No, he's been exposed. 42%. Jake said it wasn't his best performance. He said he felt flat. Said he's going to come back and get the W. Says he's going to get the rematch. He probably will, because they'll offer a ton of money to Tommy Fury to try and get that. Tommy, of course, will take that. So mark my words, we are going to see this go down once again. So yeah, it's calling him out 100%, saying let's run it back. Well, there it is. I've heard enough now. I've heard enough. The headphones are coming out. Jake Paul going on. going on, wants to run it back, doesn't agree with the scorecards, the crowd are booing, and that was that. Well, that was fun, that was interesting, and thank you all for being here with me. But at some point, I've got to hang up. I've been going here for 2 hours and 15 minutes. You will see a link for merchandise in the chat. Some great designs, great quality shirts. So be sure to click on that link and show your support for the YouTube channel. We do have a membership, and have you subscribed and rung the bell? If not, please do so.